So I'm delighted to be back in Korea. I first came here in 1972 for 6 years of working in Samao Lundong. So I'm very happy to be back. I was last year 2005, so I'm deeply grateful to be back in this special land. So, and I'm also happy to be with you, government and NGO officials from around the world who are here because you are concerned about sustainable development and how innovations in e-government can enhance that. We each know the challenges of sustainable development, but since no one has, in the conference so far, has spoken to that, I just wanted to remind us of some of the challenges of sustainable development. Of course, I believe we're living in the most critical moment in human history. You may not agree with me, but I feel that this is it. That we're facing huge issues of climate change and others, which I'll mention in a moment. Climate change alone is enough to stop us in our tracks, and it is. Because of burning of fossil fuels, the melting of the ice caps, the rising of the seas, the islands are being submerged, coastlines are being submerged, megastorms are pounding our communities around the world. There are food shortages, water shortages. We're facing a huge crisis we call climate change or global warming as part of the Sustainable Development Challenge. So how do we respond to that when all of our ecosystems are under attack? Air, water, land, plants, animals are in rapid degradation. So if that weren't enough, we also face long-standing gender inequality. You've heard that many speakers have touched on that. I believe that is the issue because of our time, that half the human population is not fully in leadership of our species around the world. We're facing massive socioeconomic injustice, elitist governance by corporations, by oligarchies, autocracies, whether they're called democracies or not. We're facing this huge challenge of the distortion of our democracies into autocracies. And also widespread cultural and religious intolerance, which we all know very well. But it is my belief that with facing all these issues, these challenges, these crises, it provides us an unparalleled opportunity to transform human society, to reinvent human society, to create what I call a compassionate, sustainable civilization, or what in UN we call sustainable human development. So this is our moment. If we don't do it, I feel we're facing a degraded planet and social misery. So I'm hoping we will wake up. I'm doing what I can, you're doing what you can, that we can help our countries, our citizens wake up to these crises, because they're all interlocking and mutually reinforcing. But we can commit ourselves to collaborative action to create gender inequalities, social and economic justice, cultural tolerance, and participatory governance, as well as sustainable environment. We know we need innovative solutions and actions at level of government, but also between government and civil society, civil society, and the private sector. We need collaboration, not only whole of government, but whole of governance and whole of society. So how do we do this? How do we get all individuals, all institutions collaborating? In March, I was in Aruba, at the University of Aruba, and we're fortunate tomorrow we'll hear from Dr. Juliet Chu. She'll be giving you a very inspiring presentation. But I was in this seminar on collaborative leadership, and suddenly it dawned on me, the problem with collaboration is it involves other people. Have you ever thought about that? It's not easy to work with other people. Have you noticed that? I've tried my whole life to be collaborative and to work with other people and institutions. It's never easy, is it? Such a challenge. Why? Different egos, different agendas, power issues, who's in charge, dominance issues, all of the, how do we evolve into a collaborative culture, collaborative society. So I want to touch very briefly on collaboration, leadership, collaborative leadership, and methods of collaborative leadership. What is collaboration? Well, collaboration, of course, involves teamwork, promotion of synergy, creating collective intelligence, mutual respect, trust, and learning. It also involves diverse perspectives and gifts, moving beyond one's own ego, achieving common vision and values, and self-organization. So one of my favorite examples is from the private sector. Do you know how the Visa card was invented? It was one of the first such entities that we have. Now we have credit cards. First was Visa card. Visa was created by a group of diverse individuals who only shared two things in common. They shared a common vision and common values. And that's one of my most important points, is if you want to help people collaborate, they must have a common vision and common values undergirding their efforts. And that's the way that was developed. So as for us, I believe our common vision is sustainable human development, which I am calling civilization and compassion and sustainability. Well, what is leadership? Leadership, of course, has a whole range, progression from authoritative leadership to bureaucratic leadership based on rules to pragmatic leadership, just how to get things done. But leadership can evolve far, far beyond that to a facilitative, creative, interactive style that deals with system-wide leadership that is adaptive and transformative. So that's what I'm going for. I think that's where we're headed, is that's the kind of leadership we need. The old command and control is failing, has failed, and we have to reinvent leadership. So group facilitation is one method that I find very powerful to help groups create a common vision, analyze the obstacles they're facing, create strategies and action plans. What you did this morning, your 3 sessions, usually that takes 9 hours. You did it in 45 minutes, so I congratulate you. You're brilliant. But usually it takes 9 hours. But facilitation, there are many techniques of facilitation, of strategic planning, using participatory methods. What is collaborative leadership? Collaborative leadership, for me, is dynamic, creative, self-organizing teams of orchestrated, diverse perspectives and gifts, driven by common vision and values. You know, to launch a rocket into space, it takes a huge number of technical experts working together very intimately to get it up and to keep it up. So that is, I think we need that approach in government. The entire enterprise of science, of course, is based on collaboration, of mutual testing of hypotheses and empirical observation and theory. A choreographer has to collaborate with his or her dancers. Architects must collaborate in creating communal spaces with citizens to make the designs workable. And within the whole of government, collaborative leadership is a commitment to honoring each individual's insight, each agency, each department, each division's integrity, insights, and working together, letting go of some of one's own favorite ideas and methods, but moving into this new, open, transparent, accountable collaboration. Well, why is collaborative leadership essential in whole of government, whole of governance, and whole of society? Because we are in this critical moment of whole system transformation, where everything is up for grabs, everything is in danger. You know, as I said, not only our ecosystems, but our social systems, our cultures, our economies, our food systems, our water systems. We must find new ways of being together as a species, new ways of honoring each other, listening to each other, interacting with each other, between government, NGOs, private sector, and finally, all 7.3 billion of us on planet Earth, we all can collaborate. It is possible, you know, because we are all human beings. Despite our differences of nationality, culture, religion, ethnicity, race, we are still one species. Yes, the human species. So with a common vision of sustainable human development, we can move forward as one species. How much time?
10 seconds.
10 seconds, okay. Well, that is what I had to say to you. And I just wanted to share those few thoughts. And I believe we can do it. Some of my colleagues say it's not going to work. we're going to fail as a species. I'm going for the breakthrough. We've got to have breakthroughs so that we don't break down. And I thank you for your commitment to sustainable human development. Thank you very much.